In recent years, the landscape of global immigration has shifted dramatically, resulting in a significant increase in the number of individuals being expelled from countries that once provided sanctuary. This unsettling trend is characterized by mass deportations that have reached alarming levels, leaving countless migrants in precarious situations. Nations around the world are tightening their immigration policies, often in response to various economic, social, and political pressures. Countries such as Finland, Austria, Thailand, Northern Ireland, the Czech Republic, Chile, Japan, and Kenya are at the forefront of this movement, each grappling with unique challenges that influence their approach to immigration. As these nations navigate their internal issues, the implications for migrants seeking refuge are profound and far-reaching. As the global landscape shifts under economic pressures, countries facing downturns often witness a rise in anti-immigrant sentiment. For instance, in Austria, where unemployment rates have fluctuated, political leaders have capitalized on fears that immigrants are taking jobs from locals. This narrative is echoed in Finland, where similar economic challenges have prompted a more restrictive approach to immigration. The perception that migrants exacerbate competition for limited public resources has fueled arguments against immigration, leading to policies that prioritize national citizens over newcomers. Social and cultural dynamics also play a crucial role in shaping immigration policies. Nationalism has surged across many nations, fostering an environment where immigrants are viewed with suspicion or outright hostility. The media often amplifies these sentiments, portraying immigrants as a threat to cultural identity and social cohesion. In Northern Ireland, for example, rising nationalist rhetoric has been linked to increased protests against immigration policies, demonstrating how cultural fears can significantly influence public opinion and policymaking. The political climate further complicates the situation. In countries like Hungary and Austria, the rise of far-right parties has led to stringent immigration laws that reflect their anti-immigration agendas. These political shifts are not isolated. They resonate across borders, influenced by international agreements and pressures. For instance, the European Union's regulations often compel member states to adopt certain stances on immigration, creating a complex web of national policies that can clash with humanitarian principles. The cumulative effect of these economic challenges, social dynamics, and political shifts manifests in stricter immigration laws that leave many migrants vulnerable. Personal stories reveal the human cost of such policies. Families are torn apart, opportunities lost, and dreams shattered as individuals are forced back into uncertain futures. As these nations navigate their internal crises, the ramifications for those seeking refuge become increasingly dire, highlighting the urgent need for compassionate and just immigration reform. This intricate interplay of factors driving stricter immigration policies underscores the necessity for a nuanced understanding of the current global immigration crisis. It is essential to recognize that behind every statistic lies a human story shaped by circumstances beyond control. As the tide of mass deportations continues to rise, it becomes increasingly critical for policymakers and societies to reevaluate their approaches to immigration. The human stories behind the statistics demand empathy and understanding, as the individuals affected are often fleeing dire circumstances in search of safety and opportunity. In light of the economic challenges many nations face, it is essential to foster a dialogue that transcends fear and division. Engaging communities in conversations about the benefits immigrants bring can help counteract the narratives that portray them solely as burdens. Education and awareness campaigns can play a pivotal role in reshaping perceptions, emphasizing that diversity enriches societies rather than detracts from them. Moreover, international cooperation is vital in addressing the root causes of migration. Countries must work together to create sustainable solutions that support both migrants and host communities. This includes investing in economic development in countries of origin, strengthening legal pathways for migration, and upholding humanitarian principles that protect those seeking refuge. Ultimately, a balanced approach to immigration can lead to more cohesive societies where all individuals, regardless of their background, can contribute meaningfully. The responsibility lies not only with governments, but also with citizens who must advocate for compassionate policies that respect human dignity. By fostering an environment of inclusion and support, nations can turn the tide against hostility and pave the way for a future where every individual has the chance to thrive. In doing so, they not only uphold their values but also enrich their own cultural tapestry through the diverse contributions of immigrants. The ongoing crisis in global immigration is not merely a statistic, it is a tapestry woven from the threads of individual stories, each reflecting the struggles and aspirations of people seeking a better life. As thousands of immigrants face expulsion from countries that once offered refuge, it becomes imperative to understand the broader implications of these policies on both migrants and host societies. Countries like Finland and Austria are emblematic of this shift. In Finland, where a previously welcoming stance has turned more cautious, the government has implemented measures that prioritize the needs of national citizens over those of newcomers. This shift is often justified under the guise of protecting local jobs and resources. However, studies have shown that immigrants frequently contribute positively to the economy, filling gaps in labor markets and driving innovation. In fact, sectors such as healthcare and technology often rely heavily on foreign talent to thrive. Thus, the narrative that immigrants are burdensome fails to recognize their essential role in sustaining and growing economies. Austria presents a particularly striking case. The rise of far-right political parties has transformed the immigration landscape, leading to laws that not only restrict entry, but also make life increasingly difficult for those already residing in the country. The rhetoric surrounding these policies tends to paint immigrants as outsiders who disrupt societal harmony. However, this perspective neglects the reality that many immigrants are fleeing conflict, persecution, or economic despair. For instance, families from war-torn regions may arrive in search of safety, only to find themselves facing hostility and discrimination instead. Thailand's situation highlights another facet of this issue. Known for its hospitality towards tourists and expatriates, Thailand has adopted stricter immigration policies largely due to economic pressures and nationalistic sentiments. Migrant workers from neighboring countries often provide essential labor in industries like agriculture and construction. Yet, they frequently face exploitation and marginalization. The tightening of immigration laws exacerbates their vulnerabilities, as many lack legal protections or pathways to citizenship. This creates an environment where exploitation can flourish unchecked. In Northern Ireland, cultural dynamics heavily influence public perception of immigrants. The historical context of conflict and division makes it easier for nationalist sentiments to take hold. The media plays a crucial role in shaping narratives around immigration. Sensationalist reporting can stoke fears that immigrants threaten local culture and identity. This fear-based approach often leads to protests against immigration policies and creates an atmosphere where newcomers feel unwelcome. Yet, it is important to recognize that diversity can be a source of strength rather than division. The Czech Republic also offers insight into how political climates can shape immigration policy. With rising anti-immigrant sentiment fueled by populist leaders, policies have become increasingly restrictive. Citizens are often encouraged to view immigrants as competitors for jobs or social services rather than potential contributors to society. This perception can lead to a cycle of mistrust and resentment that hinders social cohesion. Chile's experience further illustrates the complexity of immigration issues in Latin America. Traditionally seen as a haven for migrants from neighboring countries, recent years have witnessed an influx of individuals from Venezuela fleeing economic collapse and political turmoil. However, as Chile grapples with its own socioeconomic challenges, there has been a noticeable shift towards stricter immigration controls aimed at managing this influx. This has left many Venezuelans in precarious situations where they are unable to access basic services or legal protections. Japan presents a unique case within this discourse. Known for its homogeneity and strict immigration laws, Japan has faced increasing pressure to adapt its policies in light of an aging population and declining birth rates. While there is recognition of the need for foreign workers, cultural barriers and long-standing perceptions about immigration continue to complicate efforts toward reform. Many potential migrants view Japan as an attractive destination due to its economic opportunities. However, they often encounter obstacles when attempting to integrate into society. Kenya's situation reflects another layer of complexity regarding immigration policy amid regional instability. As a host country for refugees fleeing conflicts in neighboring nations such as Somalia and South Sudan, Kenya has long been regarded as a refuge for those seeking safety. Yet, rising concerns about security and resource allocation have led to increasing restrictions on refugee status and resettlement programs. Many refugees find themselves caught between the desire for safety and the harsh realities of limited options within their host country. The interplay between economic factors, social dynamics, political climates, and cultural perceptions creates a multifaceted landscape for immigration policies worldwide. Each nation faces unique challenges that shape its approach to migrants while influencing public sentiment towards newcomers. As we delve deeper into these narratives, it becomes evident that addressing the root causes of migration is crucial for developing effective solutions. Economic instability in home countries often drives individuals away. Therefore, fostering development initiatives aimed at improving living conditions can reduce pressure on migration flows. Furthermore, International cooperation remains vital in formulating comprehensive responses to migration challenges. Countries should work collaboratively to establish frameworks that respect human rights while addressing legitimate security concerns associated with migration. This includes creating safe pathways for asylum seekers while ensuring proper vetting processes are in place. Education plays an essential role in reshaping perceptions surrounding immigration as well. By informing communities about the contributions immigrants make, both economically and culturally, societies can begin dismantling harmful stereotypes that perpetuate division. In addition, grassroots movements advocating for immigrant rights can foster solidarity among diverse populations within host countries. By highlighting shared experiences and common goals across different communities, these movements can build bridges that promote understanding rather than fear. Ultimately, navigating this complex landscape requires empathy alongside policy reform efforts aimed at ensuring justice for all individuals regardless of their origins or circumstances. A holistic approach prioritizing compassion will pave the way toward fostering inclusive societies where everyone has opportunities to thrive, transforming fear into acceptance and division into unity through dialogue grounded in shared humanity. As nations reflect on their values amidst shifting demographics globally, a commitment towards embracing diversity must be upheld if we hope to create cohesive societies capable of weathering future challenges together, a collective responsibility shared by both governments and citizens alike, striving towards a more just world where every individual has room not just survive but flourish within it too. In conclusion, the evolving landscape of global immigration reflects a complex interplay of economic, social, and political factors that profoundly impact both migrants and host nations. As countries grapple with their internal challenges and shifting public sentiments, it is crucial to recognize the human stories behind immigration statistics. Promoting understanding and empathy can help dismantle harmful stereotypes and foster a more inclusive society. By prioritizing compassionate policies and international cooperation, nations can not only address immediate immigration challenges, but also lay the groundwork for a future where diversity is celebrated as a strength rather than a threat. Ultimately, the path forward hinges on our collective commitment to uphold human dignity and create environments where every individual has the opportunity to thrive.